back to the 6 o'clock news. The Health Ministry has started to treat persons in flood-affected areas who work among animals against leptospirosis. Health Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy says there is no need for a mass exercise at this point. Details from Monica Jones.
The Health Ministry says there is no evidence that a mass doxycycline prophylactic program is required to date. Health Minister Dr. Leslie Ramsamy says the medication has been made available to health centers for persons who need to work among animals and flooded waters.
We have provided doxycycline to the health centers, and for persons who need to work among animals, who need to work around flooded waters, or for anyone who might believe that they are at risk and they want voluntarily to take the prophylaxis, they can approach the health centers.
Dr. Ramsamy says some partners, including those from the People's National Congress and the Dharmic Sabha, have since come on board to assist in this regard. The minister is advising persons not in contact with floodwaters to avoid the medication. He indicated that the mass exercise has not started because the ministry is examining the risk against the benefits of antibiotics, especially among women.
One of the problems women have with taking too much antibiotics is that they then leave themselves vulnerable for the development of certain kinds of opportunistic infections, such as chlamydia and candida, and the risk of developing PID. That's one of the risks of taking antibiotics. And rather than putting thousands of women at risk, we decided that the benefits of doxycycline at this time does not match the risk.
Dr. Ramsamy noted that in successfully fighting leptospirosis in 2005, the ministry had to fight other illnesses. In the meantime, 5 cases of leptospirosis are being monitored, 2 of whom have been preliminarily confirmed. Monica Jones, this is Clock News.
Quick response by police ranks has led to the arrest of an accomplice to a robbery on a Metamirzor residence at 13 hours yesterday. Reports are that 29-year-old Lidai Goverdan was robbed of jewelry and cash amounting to over $300,000. Investigations revealed that the woman and her husband stopped the vehicle they were in at Parika when a man snatched her purse containing jewelry and $208,000 that was on the dashboard of the vehicle. The man then made good his escape in motorcar PJJ 4042, which was being driven by an accomplice. A report was made to the police, who responded promptly and caught up with the vehicle at the roadblock and arrested the driver, who is still in police custody. The actual robber was not in the vehicle at the time. President of the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association, Ramesh Duku, says local tax reform must be developed with a huge emphasis on regionalism. He added that the private sector is enthusiastic about working with government in some key areas to enhance business competitiveness. The Guyana Threshold Country Plan Implementation Project was launched with the aim of improving Guyana's fiscal performance through tax reform. So President of the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association, Ramesh Duku, in an exclusive interview with NCN, was asked to outline some areas the private sector sees as urgent.
I think the private sector is looking for basically neutrality, equity, simplicity, relevance of the taxation system to competitiveness. We are also, I believe, looking for respect for trade laws that exist in the country.
He stressed that the importance of local businesses operating with even tax systems, especially in light of the CARICOM single market and economy.
We also need to develop our taxation system with a huge emphasis on regionalism. Based on the amount of business you do with your regional trading blocks, which in our case is the CARICOM and more important is the SME, if you operate with uneven, hugely taxation systems, entities and countries can be put at advantages and disadvantages.
Mr. Duku further stated that the private sector recognizes the challenge for government in the area of tax reform and will be working with government for the national good. Already the Guyana Revenue Authority is moving from a tax-type approach to a functional approach of administering taxes to increase capacity and obtain high levels of efficiency. The Guyana Threshold Country Plan Implementation Project is a $6.7 million grant funded by the Millennium Challenge Corporation, an independent U.S. government agency.
And here now is Ernestine Jackman with tonight's weather watch beginning 19 hours today.
Rainfall records measured at 8 hours this morning, which is made available from most of the stations, states that Better Hope, Essequibo, and Region 2 recorded 59.2 millimeters of rainfall, which was the highest. In the meantime, tonight, cloudy conditions with occasional showers are expected over some areas. Otherwise, partly cloudy conditions are expected over most of Guyana. It was, however, noted that the tide is currently low with a height of 0.96 meters and will be high just past midnight with a height of 2.38 a meter. Tomorrow, cloudy to overcast conditions with showers and intermittent rain are expected, especially over Demerara and Berbice regions. Elsewhere can expect cloudy conditions with occasional showers. On Thursday and Friday, cloudy conditions with occasional showers are expected over most of Guyana, and wet conditions are expected during the remaining forecast period. However, rainfall stations can expect an average of 12 millimeters of rainfall in a 24-hour period, and on days with heavy rainfall, some stations may measure in excess of 50 millimeters of rainfall. Ernestine Jackman with tonight's Weather Watch.
The Board of Governors and Administration of St. Rose's High School, together with the Ministry of Education, hereby advises the parents and students of Forms 1 to 4 that school will commence on Thursday, January 8, 2009. School continues as normal for students of Forms 5 and 6.